So I'm Ramesh Anganawala. I'm a cornea and refractive surgery at OCL Vision in London and also at Moorfields Eye Hospital. I do really the full range of anterior segment surgeries, from transplants to ICLs, laser surgery, lens replacement, cataract surgery, all of those things. So essentially I help a whole lot of people see better. Will, good to see you again.
You too.
Yeah, it was back in December you came to see me, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And do you remember that first consultation?
I do, because I wasn't optimistic, because I've been told by previous surgeries and surgeons or whatever who do eye surgery that it wasn't possible to have my eyes fixed, because I have one short and one long, and they said we can only correct one or the other. But I'm quite determined, and I didn't want to give up because it was really getting me down. Having to have two sets of glasses everywhere I went, and you know, it's not nice when you notice your eyes deteriorating. Yeah. So I found OCL, and I found you, and I came to see you.
That's great.
Yeah.
So what were the problems you were actually having though? I mean, when you were a child, did you wear glasses or not really?
Yeah, I come from, my dad had bad eyes, and I come from sort of a family line of people who have not very good eyesight. But my dad was against me wearing glasses. He was of the opinion that if you wear glasses, your eyes will get used to the lenses. So when you take them off, your eyes will be lazier and I had a lazy eye. So my left eye was always worse than my right, which I always had trouble with, but because I was young, I could get away with it, no problem. When I learned to drive, I didn't have to wear glasses. I did the test, it was fine. But once I hit, say 40, I'm 48 now, I really noticed a rapid decline in my eyesight.
Yeah. And actually, your starting prescription was that you're long-sighted, and most people when they're younger can compensate for that by focusing through it. You start to feel it as you lose compensation in your late 30s, early 40s.
Right,
then
right.
You start needing reading glasses, your distance vision gets a bit blurry. So in your kind of job, where were you struggling? I mean, the things you do, you must need to be able to see for distance, read, auto cues, things like that.
Well, in my job, you deal with all sorts, because obviously I have to read scripts because I'm an actor. So the scripts I would have to get printed. I started to ask them to print it bigger, or if I was at home, I'd wear my reading glasses, read the script. But then if I'm on set, and sometimes they might change something here or there, or you might want to reference a script, I'd say, can I just have a look at them line? And then they pass them you. But then I'd be like, I've left my glasses in my trailer. So it was just becoming a problem that I couldn't just quickly scan something. And I was like trying to find the focus with my eyes. And,
Sure.
and it was really getting me down, because what I didn't want to do, especially because I do hosting and presenting and stuff, I have to use auto cues. If I'm using auto cues on camera and I'm wearing glasses, you suddenly get remembered for wearing glasses. So then your face changes. And in my job, my face is my business. You know, I've been on TV for 30 odd years, and so I didn't want to then become the person who now wears glasses. You know, some people, like other personalities, they're known for their glasses. They make it's the point of their look. But for me, it isn't. So I was thinking, if this keeps getting worse, I'm going to have to wear glasses permanently. So then my look's going to change. And so there was all that to deal with.
Yep. And I remember the first time we met, actually, you were quite nervous. I mean, now we're very relaxed because we've got to know each other. But I mean, what were your kind of fears coming into that? Were you just worried that I would say that it wasn't possible to do anything?
Yeah, because I'd sent my prescription in before to another clinic, and they said they couldn't do anything. I always want to get a second opinion, and I'd seen your company online, and it had so many great reviews, and the technology you had, I was walking around going, I've never seen anything like this. You had something for everything. I had all these machines checking my eyes, the depth, the pressure, and I'd never been anywhere like that. And then when you said, they're right, we can only correct one or the other, I was like, okay, well, that's that then. And then you said, unless, have you ever heard of lens replacement? And that's when everything changed.
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, when you come to the clinic and you have a consultation, I mean, initially before you see me, you have a whole lot of scans done.
Yeah.
And all those tests are really just looking at the eye from the front to the back, the health of the eye, measuring all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Then you see the optician.
Yeah.
He measures your prescription. So I have all that information by the time I see you. So,
Yeah.
you know, when we talked about the fact that you could only correct one or the other, it was really to do with laser surgery. And the fact that your left eye is a weaker eye means that really we had to choose between distance or near. But that wasn't going to be a solution for your reading problems and not wanting to wear glasses. in front of the camera.
Yeah, yeah. You said to me, if we do this, you'll still need glasses. You'll still need your reading glasses, and I just,
What's the point?
it wasn't. It was, you know, I was thinking if this is the best possible outcome, but there was another option that I'd never heard of before.
Yeah, so we went for that lens replacement option because for your lifestyle and the things you were doing and the level of long sight you had, you know, modern lasers, as good as they are, aren't that good at correcting long sight. And the lens option is often better, even though you're possibly slightly younger than the average lens replacement patient I might operate on. I mean, most of the changes you find in people's eyes as they age is because the natural lens is changing. And so in your 40s, the lens loses flexibility and becomes stiffer and stiffer. And that's why people need reading glasses. But that then progresses on to losing the clarity of the lens, which is what a cataract is.
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone ends up having cataract surgery at some point in their sort of 60s, 70s. So lens replacement surgery is really exactly the same as a cataract operation, but it's done at an earlier stage to deal with your vision and help people with their reading vision.
Yeah.
You know, so technically identical. You'd end up having that surgery at some point later in your life anyway, so you can, you know, enjoy the benefits of that earlier on. Well, I didn't operate on my own mother, but my mum had that surgery done.
Well, I thought, well, if it's safe enough for your mum, it's safe enough for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I bounce around now and I forget I even needed glasses. It's amazing how quick you go back.
You know, and to that point, actually, once you've had your natural lens replaced, your vision is pretty stable then as you age further, because you don't have a natural lens anymore, right?
Yeah.
So those natural aging changes stop happening, and you should maintain this level of vision really for the rest of your life now.
Yeah.
Okay. So which is incredible.
It makes such a difference. Like I said, I hope when I'm hosting events now, I had to host an event for like 3,000 people, and I had lecterns there. I mean, before I would have panicked about that, thinking, they want me, but I'm going to have points where I'm putting glasses on and off, and it stops your rhythm. And in my job, you know, it's about timing and rhythm, entertaining people, but getting back to the script and the lecterns. And I did it the other day, and it was just, you know, it was great, and it changed my life. I cannot tell you, it really has, on a day-to-day basis. You take it for granted, like you do everything. You know, once you've stopped wearing your glasses for, like, now it's been 6 months or so, you forget you even wore glasses. I see them in the house, I go, oh, do you remember these? You know, and I used to wear them, and I put them on, and it's so blurred. I was like, wow, how blind was I? I was really bad.
Yeah, but if you remember, we gave you a little bit of sedation, and that's conscious sedation, so you're just awake but not stressing out, in a nice kind of zoned out state.
Yeah.
But if you try and remember back to the actual surgery itself, and when you were having it done, what was that experience like? Because I was kind of chatting to you during it, which is what I usually do.
Your voice was so calming because you were constantly reassuring me. Because the one thing you don't know is what's normal and what's not in that situation, because it's a new situation.
Yeah.
But you were going, you're going to be seeing this now, you'll feel a little bit of pressure here. There was zero pain, a little bit of pressure, yes. There was a little bit of eye wash you used, and I was constantly just focusing. And how quick it was like 10 minutes per eye or something.
Correct, yeah.
It was incredible, but your voice throughout was so comforting, because I knew everything that was happening was normal, because you were telling me what was going to happen and what I should be feeling. But I think 2 days I was out walking around, and I could already see things that I didn't notice before. I was like, I could see leaves on trees. It was like, you know, it was like a new beginning for my vision.
So we're 6 months down the line now, and so have you worn any glasses since?
No, never wore glasses since that day, and I have them around the house still, and I look at them and smile and go, don't need you anymore. But as I said, I've actually, just to see how bad my eyesight was, and tested them, and I don't even know why I've still got them. It's like a little memory to what was and what is.
Well, I mean, how would you sort of summarize your experience, and would you recommend this surgery to someone else, or what's your take on it?
I can honestly say it changed my life, having this done. I openly tell people all the time. It comes up in conversation, especially if I see someone wearing glasses, and how long have you been wearing glasses? Because I know I've got it up my sleeve. Have you ever heard of lens replacement? No, never heard of it. And I tell them, and they cannot believe it. And I always recommend you. Like I said, it's so reassuring to know that this is my vision now. and it was getting me down. And that's all I can tell you. And I think if somebody's affecting your mental health, every day you wake up and your eyes are worse, and you're missing out on things, and the kids are sort of saying, "Dad, why can't you see that?" And it was getting to me. And even if I didn't say it, I would sit there at night thinking, is this it for me now? I'm wearing glasses. I'm going to end up having to constantly wear glasses. And in my job, it would have affected my career as well, because I would have had a different look then in the pictures and stuff. And so honest to that day that you said there's another option, that changed everything for me. And I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be more grateful. And I would definitely recommend it to everybody I see who wears glasses and are looking for.
Well, listen, thank you for trusting.
No, thank you.
And I'm glad I got out.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Brilliant.
Thank you for my sight.